That thing, the whole block goes good. I might actually suggest carrying that. All right, everyone. Isn't it beautiful out today? A little gray, but still nice. So, today we are going to cover a quick little video. Why not? Because don't have to go to work or anything. Why not, right? So, I always see people online, oh, I've got this great new fire starter. I've got this awesome product, this blah, 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 whatever it is. Super fire sticks, instant tinder, all this stuff. And I'm like, that seems completely unnecessary. And it's only $9. There goes a squirrel. It's only like $9 or something. Like, that's insane for a one-time use thing. Maybe you could break some pieces off. Anyhow, that's all ridiculous. And there's no reason to buy all these gimmicky products like fire dust and whatever. There's a couple products I don't mind, but for the most part, you don't need any of them. And other people freak out. They think if you go in the woods, you need this, that, this, blah, blah. Got to have a flint and all this other stuff. Sure, carry a flint. No problems with that. They're great. They work well if they get wet. But I have a quick question for you. Why would you not carry a lighter? This thing costs a pack of 6, I think is $1.50. $1.50. Oh, look, I already have a fire. Way easier, and it weighs nothing. I mean, you know how much a lighter weighs. In fact, I have 2 in my pocket. I also have a little mini lighter if you're worried about the size of a regular lighter for whatever reason. And it does the same thing. So no, you don't need these fancy, super crazy, gimmicky products. Now, that being said, let me find it. I do also have a ferro rod in my pocket. Why? Well, because I'm weird, actually. But they work well when wet. These are way harder to start a fire with, though, if you haven't practiced with one. And I see so many people, they're just like standing 2 feet away trying to throw a spark, thinking one spark's going to light leaves. It's not going to work. And back to the gimmicky fire starters. Okay, yeah, you can get all these weird products, but you can carry a couple things that weigh next to nothing on you that you might already probably do have laying around. I need to move my mic, hang on. For instance, in my pocket, and no, I don't carry these all the time, that'd be weird. But, sorry, you guys are gonna have to live with crappy camera. For instance, go in the woods, take a cotton ball. Works great. And you know what goes great with them? Chapstick. Or a tiny little jar of Vaseline. I rub that Vaseline on here, and I'll do it in a minute. It'll burn for like 5 minutes and get wet tinder going, everything. You have time to work. Another thing you can carry with you if you're going camping, and again, I don't carry it with me every day, but I do have it on me for this video. Oh, one other product. Wet fire. Don't know where I got this. We're going to try it out later. Got to dig around in the pockets full of junk. And that's another thing. I always have junk in my pockets. Well, got a nice knife, which I do always have on me. Except at airports. They don't want me carried at airports. A birthday candle. Burns for, 5-10 minutes. Plenty of time to light something. Waterproof for the most part. Once you melt through the wax, the wick will be good. So, and again, how much room does that take up? Not a big deal. So just carry a lighter. Makes your life easier. Now we're going to set up and we're going to test all these things out. Also, you need an axe. That's what people keep telling me. You need an axe or a saw or something. Yeah, those are great to have. So much of that is broken down and rotten. You don't need an axe. It would make your life easier in some aspects. I mean, look, that piece is already busted perfect size. And you can set it up like this and generally kick it and it's broken. Perfect. And no, I didn't set that up to do that. That was actually laying there naturally. But I mean, you got lots of little pieces where these trees just fell on their own. This big oak tree fell from wind, and that one was actually struck by lightning. Really bad spot to camp by the looks of it, because another limb fell right there, and my fire pit's right there. So yeah, always. Anyhow, let me pause you guys for a minute. I'm gonna get set up, and we're gonna test out some fire starters. Give me just a minute. All right, so I went around and I collected some tinders, or kindling, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is just, I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of dry, fluffy, has little fluffy seeds on it. Great tinder. It's nice and dry. Anything that was standing and real small and real light. Light stuff, fluffy stuff, all works great. I also walked around and collected this, which is just some kind of reed standing up, very, very dry. Some grasses, some really, these are the kind of leaves you want when starting a fire. They're still standing and they're just like, they'll turn to dust, basically, when you crunch them up. They're really, actually that one's still a little moist. But you see how it turns a little dusty? So those will light real easy. Super thin, super light. Now, let me make sure you guys can all see. Oh, look at that. So, step one, let's go ahead and we'll just do the easy one. Take a little and ball it up. And I'm not building a big fire right now because I don't want to. But we take that and we just get it balled up like that, get some of the fluffy stuff there at the bottom. Always build your fire, remember that too. Don't just expect everything to work out perfect. Because see, even that fluffy stuff, even with lighter, it actually didn't light as fast as I thought it would. So we're going to separate it a little so it's got more surface area. And it's a little windy. There we go. See, that fluffy stuff went up quick and then it went out. By the way, it had been raining. There we go. There we go. Okay. That burned. I just let it go out because everyone gets a lighter is incredibly easy, even directly on that. Now, with the cotton ball, let's go ahead and get one out. There's something down on my property. Sorry. Anyhow. So, just a cotton ball by itself will work. Let's kind of fluff it up a little. Obviously, a dry cotton ball will ignite pretty quickly. Oops, and I burned my other tinder. But, see, it's almost burnt up already. I mean, it just goes super fast. So, yeah, I mean, it'll work. And a pinch for a quick fire. Now, let's add some Vaseline to it. Keep an extra one in my pocket. And again, they weigh nothing. And this works just as well with chapstick, lipstick, anything that has petroleum or wax in it. And we just stick it in there. Kind of gob some up on there. Now, that's all it takes. It doesn't take a whole lot. And this, we'll just fold it in on itself. Like that. Mush it in there good. Just mush it. Just a little sticky. And I'm going to move this. Where can you guys see? Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to set it right here in the middle then. And again with the lighter, it'll work. It burned my finger. And you'll notice the outside goes real fast and then it starts to melt the Vaseline in the middle. And that ball will just sit there and burn like that. And you'll note the wind's not getting it out. It's real quick. Stays burning well. And it will continue to do that. And and it's actually sitting in a little water right now on that leaf and still burning just fine. once it gets down into that Vaseline, it'll just burn and burn and burn. And then you have time, you can even put those kinds of leaves on it, and it'll dry them out while it burns. And you can get a little fire going with leaves and a cotton ball just fine. Now the last one I'm going to show, because I did a poll and some of you guys prefer to carry a flint striker. So, let me set it up. Let me get my knife. I dropped my knife, didn't I? Crap. Nope, there it is. Thought I dropped it. So we'll just fluff that up just a hair, because I know some of you are flint striker fanatics. And if you are looking for an awesome little knife, this is it. This is the Mora Eldris, and it is amazing. Comes incredibly sharp, and I mean very sharp. Has a ground down back for striking flints, and it's very, very small and compact. It's a great knife. So we'll just stick that in there, and I'm just going to use the tip because I have more control. Slow. Done. That's how quick it is. Boom. You don't have to sit there and I see people always trying to throw sparks all the way down on it. There's no need. Just set it down in there nice and easy. One scrape, get some shavings, and these shavings will go up. You don't need magnesium. And then just pop. Done. Doesn't have to be super hard or fast. Easy enough. It will, however, do that to your blade. Turns it a little dirty. Wipe it off. Good as new. So yeah, flint works great and works when wet. So that is a benefit to this compared to the lighter. But a lighter is just so easy and so convenient. Why wouldn't you just carry one? And I'll tell you, that little fireball is still going and has burned up leaves. And I don't know what my plan was with this. Oh, we were going to try the wet fire, weren't we? Yeah, that was it. So I don't know anything about this product. I picked it up somewhere, and it's fire starting tinder. Scrape tinder shavings into pile and light. That's what it says. Supposed to be waterproof, blah, blah, blah. Comes in a neat little package. Well, let's give it a test. I don't know if that's good or bad, but the waterproof package is full of water. Ooh, that might be a chemical, actually, because that's potent. All right. Let's give it a shot. So, we'll do some scrapings, and I'm just going to use a lighter, because I feel like it. And let's just see how good this stuff is. We'll do some shavings. I don't know if I'm supposed to light the whole block or not. I really didn't look into it. But for now, we'll just light the shavings and see how long they last. Whoa, yeah, that's a chemical that's on it. It definitely burns quick. It took nothing. Man, it burns good. Okay, so yeah, you could just use one little piece, though I don't have a way to wrap it up now. I guess we'll just throw a block on there and see what happens. I'm going to throw it in the leaves. Whoop, flaming fingers, flaming fingers. Let's just burn that off the blade too. Yeah, we'll just wipe that off. Wow, man. Okay. That thing, the whole block goes good. I might actually suggest carrying that. I've lost my sheath. What did I just do with that? Man, that thing goes really good. What did I do with my knife sheath? Oh, put it in my other pocket. Wow. Okay, so even that little pile is still burning. So you know what? I would actually suggest, if you see that stuff, I'll put a link to it in the description. Because man, That actually works better than a candle. Holy crap. We'll just burn up the plastic with it. I know you're not supposed to do that, but better than leaving it around here. I'm a little chilly. Let's just go ahead and we'll just get a good little fire going. Definitely ain't having no troubles. And that little pile is still kind of got a little burning. Man. I'm impressed. Wet fire. I recommend it. It's actually wet out here because, like I said, it rained the other day. A lot. Like a hell of a lot. And no, that's not the proper way to build a fire, I know. I just had some stuff laying around that I was throwing in there. I had my little branches ready and everything. But that'll go good enough for now. I'm not sticking out here very long. Man. Nice and warm though. So yeah, wet fire. And all that other stuff. We'll have to try some more of those gimmicky fire ones. But again, you could, if you're cheap like me, you already have this stuff laying around. I have a bag of cotton balls under my sink. Fire spreading. And a little jar of Vaseline is great for chapped lips, especially in the wintertime. Works great. Put it on a stick and it works as a torch too. Not very well, but that's where you can put it on a piece of your sock if you need to. Anything. And also, a great little woods knife. You don't need a great big machete. I don't know why people carry them. I've carried little knives for years. Machetes have their purpose, but I carry a little pocket knife. It's great. I'll put a link to that one in the description as well. That's the Kershaw Leek, which I've lost more times than I can count. I always find it comes really sharp and it's held up. I've never broke the tip on it, but I don't pry with it. Even after that big blaze of fire, that cube is still going like nicely. You could easily build a fire with that. So yeah, if you're going on a trip somewhere and you want something easy, lightweight, I would actually recommend these little cubes. They're already pre-packaged, so that is kind of nice, but... Or cotton ball and some Vaseline. But man, that thing is just going. It's okay, it does work better than the cotton ball. Never know when you'll need a fire. I wouldn't recommend cooking over it until that cube is all burned up. But heck, you could split that cube in half and be done with it. That'd be awesome. And like I said, even though this stuff, I mean, you can tell this is actually still green. It'll sit on there long enough to dry out. Burn up wet leaves. There, have some wet leaves. And as those sit there and dry, they'll burn. Okay, guys. That's enough for today. I've got some other things to do. If you watch my previous video, you know I'm cleaning my basement out, selling stuff on eBay and everywhere else. So that's lots of fun. And remember, if you want, check out Teespring, link in the description. We have all kinds of shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and coffee mugs and everything. And if you have an idea for design, you can contact me through my email or through Facebook. River at Skippy page on Facebook. I'll put the links to everything in the description. And if you don't like this video, okay. If you do like it, great, thanks. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.